Hey everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Entropia content. Actually doing a second episode today. Finished up all the Halloween stuff. I was checking online on the Entropia pages to ask if anyone's seen Halloween gifts from Mindark yet. And one person put in the chat that they did. So I'm thinking, man, I gotta start flying from planet to planet in order to collect the gifts. Yeah, so I'll go over the list of people that commented. So far it was just Matthew Blackburn. He got some out of Strongboxed. Well, maybe that means he just opened a Strongbox and he got some gifts. I was referring to the actual Halloween gifts. Like, you know how each year the Mindark gives out gifts at a certain time? Maybe it's coming. Now the other question I got, if anyone knows how to do it, how do you add chat channels? Like, I deleted the rookie channel chat a while ago, and I don't know how to get it back, and I don't believe Mindark has any tutorials out on how to use the chat feature. One of the most basic game features that's very confusing. Basic and confusing. Now I've been clicking this, and it brings up a list of stuff, but I know this isn't all the channels. And how the hell am I supposed to get the rookie channel back? Unless you know what it's called and you type it in or something? So yeah, it's a very confusing chat system to me. I know a lot of people will probably find it easy, so if you guys want to help me out and explain how to use channels in the Rocktropia chat, that'd be great. Or not Rocktropia chat, any of the chats. The Entropia chat, that's what I meant to say. Right, so I figured while the event, I don't know if it's even still going. Oh yeah, that was the weird news I got when I was checking this. Come on, close. Fuck. Anyways, it says that I won the Halloween costume contest and I got second place. And it says that Yunu Siraglu, he got first, I got second place, and Bethrin Bale Riverwind got third. So I don't know what that means. How did I win the contest? Seems a little bit odd. Maybe that's just a fluke of some kind. So if anyone knows what that means, am I supposed to collect a reward somewhere for something, or did I get a reward? I have no idea. I'm trying to minimize these and it won't. I guess maybe they're already minimized, that's probably why. And before I begin the crafting run, I kind of attempted to check the auction, see how my Calypso blueprints are doing. Although, really I shouldn't, because probably none of them are selling. It was really a worse time, I don't know why I took my blueprint collection and put it for sale during Halloween. That was probably the dumbest idea yet compared to selling stuff on Rocktropia's auction. Because really when these events are going, the auction sales just plummet because everyone's trying to raise PED for their doing the event. So out of all the worst times, I probably picked the worst time. Other than like maybe the Christmas mayhem, that might have been a worse time to sell them. Oh well. Thank God sometimes people learn from mistakes. Maybe I can learn from them one day. Oh yeah, we got one bid and almost everything's over. So that's pretty much a disaster. If this print sells for 70 PED, I didn't even cover my auction fees. So I basically paid 30 PED in order to lose all my blueprints. Well, to lose that blueprint, I paid 30 PED. Oh well, maybe I shouldn't get too down the dumps and someone will place bids, but I really don't think it's happening anytime soon. I picked the worst time possible to place them. Oh well, hopefully I'll learn from the mistake. Although I said that last time, and then I went and repeated the same mistake again. Alright, so let's do a little bit of a crafting run. I don't have to whine and complain so much. Which, doing a crafting run, it's almost guaranteed to get more whining and complaining. I don't know, I shouldn't go with this one first, because normally I get absolute shit for the first 70 clicks or so. So maybe I'll go with this one, put it on queue, And let's boost it up. What I'd like to do is finish this mission and leave Monria. Now I was thinking that, like, when it comes to this mission where you have to go around and fly to every planet to collect the gifts, if I was in charge, like the Never Die President, or what you might call it, just like an official at Mindark, how I would do it is each planet would give you a reward for Halloween or Christmas, whatever it is, or cheap rewards that are worth nothing, and then have it that there's like a mission chain, and it says here's the, like, say for Halloween example, there'd be a Halloween mission broker, and everyone who wanted to do the Halloween mission broker mission would go and talk to him, and he would say, hey, go to all these points on planet Calypso. Say you started on Calypso and that's where you're doing it, and he'd say, go collect them all and then come back to me and I'll give you, say, a green token. And then this green token, what you can do is use it for a planet-wide mission. So then it says after, like, you come back and get his green token, he says, good, now go to all the other planets and do their mission chain in order to get the green token from them. And he's like, whenever you come back to me with all of the tokens from each planet, then I'll give you another reward. And when I was thinking what they could do is base the reward on how fast everyone gets back to completing all of it. So what I would have to do is go to the next planet, like say Cyrene, find their Halloween mission broker, talk to them, and they would say, alright, you want your token from this planet? Go and collect all these waypoints. And basically do it like a Grand Theft Auto mission chain, where you have to go around and collect all the waypoints and have it free. So it's like the only cost involved is getting around to each waypoint. So this is where if we had the Rocktropia taxi business, or Entropia, I don't know why I keep calling it Rocktropia, probably because it's my favorite planet. But anyways, yeah, like I would say, like, hey, have it so that each one, when you get to that planet, you just have to go around. Oh yeah, I was going to say the vehicle thing. So if everyone didn't have automatic teleporters everywhere, they couldn't just teleport everywhere or it would cost money. They'd have to use all these teleporting tokens. But if people wanted to use the teleport tokens and do it fast, like just teleport to each location, then they could finish the mission quicker. Like finishing quick would be my specialty, right? Or what they could do is hire taxi services, and taxi services could have like a helicopter and fly every person to every waypoint, collecting them all, so people could finish the mission. And then have it time-based, where depending like how long it took you to go from each planet to collect all the waypoints on each one, even the moons too, then you would come back to Calypso and they would ask you, how many tokens do you want to trade in? It's like, did you get one from each planet? Say you only got them from 2 or 3 planets, then you could trade those in and you get a certain reward. But if you collected one from each planet, then you'd be eligible for the biggest reward. And then have the biggest reward go in numbers. So say the first 100 people to complete it get a special one. Then the first 1,000 people to complete it get another special, slightly less special. And then say like anyone over the 1,000 mark, we get like the third tier item. So that would create some incentive for people to try to do it faster. That way, either like buying warship rentals or going and using the teleport tokens to get to each teleporter quicker. And man, I think that would be a pretty fun mission chain. And I was thinking for Mindark, they wouldn't even have to make it expensive. They could have the mission rewards worth nothing, basically, as long as it's an item of some type that maybe players could trade to each other for, like, say furniture for their house or something that's worth 1 peck. Yeah, so say you get like a big giant throne if you're one of the first 100 people, and it has no trade terminal value. Fuck off, couch. Now I tried figuring out how to roll back the fucking firmware. Haven't gotten any mission or messages back from Logitech yet. So say you're one of the first 100 people to complete it, you get this Uber throne. That's like, man, you completed it so fast, you win the throne. And you'd have to be eligible for the throne if you got one from a token from each planet and did that. And then yeah, so that would help, like, not only each planet partner could pick locations that they want to put the waypoints for this mission, so that they could put it in areas that they want more traffic in their planets. Like maybe they created some new feature on their planet and hardly anyone's going to it, then they could put one of the waypoints there. So I don't know, what do you guys think about that idea? Like a universe-wide Halloween event where it would get you to go to each planet and it would be like a race. Like, you know, the Amazing Race on TV? That's pretty popular, right? So say you got the throne for the first place, being one of the first 100 people to come back after finishing a full mission chain. And it would be neat too, because whatever planet you started at would be the one that you could come back to redeem it. So say you're from Rocktropia and that's your planet you started on, then it would say once you've collected all the other planet ones, come back here and then we'll give you the reward. So that way it doesn't discourage planet partners from saying, hey, I don't want to take part in this, it's going to make everyone leave my planet. Well, technically when they leave for this, they would want to be coming back with all the rewards they got, right? Or mission tokens. I don't know, I think it would be neat to see like more mission chains like that incorporate the entire universe into a giant story, instead of everything always being so planet specific. And it's like, and then everyone could go around claiming and picking up the rewards for every planet for Halloween and Christmas, and maybe do one for Halloween and Christmas, or maybe another one, Easter or something. Yeah, the Easter egg hunt. Instead of tokens, there'd be an Easter egg on each planet, say like 10 waypoints. Then once you collected the Easter eggs from each planet and brought it back to the one you started at, you could exchange it. Yeah, and so then the apartment furniture, you would get like a throne for first place, and then you would get like a big couch for second place, and each one of these furniture items would just be worth 1 peck or whatever, but tradable, so that people could sell it to other people and use it in their furniture, maybe get a little bit of markup out of it. So that way even Entropia wouldn't be losing any money, because these items or furniture would only have 1 peck value anyways. So they're not going to lose a lot of money if even 100,000 people did the mission, which would never happen because our community base is so small. Fuck man, it irritates the shit out of me seeing my fucking couch in the fucking scene. God, I can't stand it when I try to fix things. Why did I fucking do that to the camera? I was even thinking when I did it, I was like, man, what happens if this firmware makes it worse? And then I can't roll it back. And then, fucking what a jinx that was. It happened. So if anyone gets the Logitech cameras, for God's sakes, don't upgrade the firmware if you're planning on using the XSplit automatic scene removal. It just made the camera so sensitive now that it picks up all my furniture as me. It's like thinking it's my clothes. It's like I'm not part of the couch. I'm not even close to the same color. I don't know why it's fucking doing that. But anyways, yeah, God, that's annoying. Alright, let's try the other blueprint and bumping it up a bit. Just for the fucking sake of, let's see if we can win something at the Monria stuff. Which is kind of weird. What happens if I did get the global? How do I tell them? It's like I'd have to put it in a chat somewhere? Maybe on the forum? I don't understand how that part works. Maybe they keep records of everyone's globals? And I used to go on that page, what is it called, Entropia something, and it tracks all the globals that you've gotten. But then I was a little bit paranoid. I was like, oh, what happens if people are going to be finding out my Sandrunner fuel trick if I did that? But now I shared the Sandrunner fuel cell trick anyway, so I guess I should start using it again. Oh my god, just all fails. I figured maybe because so much is going on Monria that the loot would improve in this a little bit. No, not even close. Maybe it's even worse than ever. Oh, I have globals turned off. Here I'm blaming the game. Now, I had a giant plate of spaghetti for Halloween today. I'm not going to go into the treats, but it was nice to have spaghetti for a change. Oh my god, that is a fucking nightmare. 20 fails in a fucking row. Might as well just take 20 ped and piss it down the fucking sewer. Oh my god, is it impossible to give me a near success at least? Holy horseshit. Sickening. I can't believe how bad the loot is lately. I guess I can believe it. I'd probably be shocked if anything else happened. There we go. Near success. Absolute fucking shit. Wasted all my money. Oh god. I gotta get the hell off Monterey as quick as I can. Now, I really miss Rocktropia Next Island. I don't know how they nerfed the fucking crafting on Monria. Maybe it's because they have all those big rewards for crafting that they can't give good loot anymore. They can't give blueprints. They can't basically give you anything. I don't know, I remember years ago when I used to craft on Monria, I would still get blueprints. I don't know why they took away all the blueprints from the loot. Like, you know, on other planets, if I do 100 clicks, I'll have like 2-3 blueprints at least. And then now here on Monria, I could do 1,000. I won't get any blueprints. It's a fucking nightmare. So I don't know, I'm pretty sure after this is over, I'm not coming back to Monria for quite a while. Because there's nothing really to do here. No oil rig. Crafting missions have gone completely fucking tanked. There's no blueprints that I can loot from vehicles crafting here. Maybe someone wants to correct me if I'm wrong. Did Monria ever make vehicle prints yet? That's what I don't get. When Bonnie was talking to the people from Next Island and suggested that they release blueprints, they were able to release them no problem. So what's the deal with Monria? Why aren't they releasing any vehicle prints? Or maybe they have and I haven't found out about them. That's what I should do. I should check instead of complaining. Now, there was some good news I was reading. Hospitals are empty, man. Now I keep posting that, like when the first wave never came, second wave never came. And people are posting like, yeah, they did. It's like, where? The hospitals have been empty. You can't call it a wave if the hospitals are empty. Like, sure, a wave of positive cases when people are testing positive, then they find out the test kits are 50% inaccurate. So you can take that number and cut it down to at least half. And they also released a story saying that the flu is giving positive tests. So you gotta take what, another, that 50% off, and then maybe 75% of the remaining 50 was just the flu? I couldn't believe, man, there was one of the most famous doctors in the world who was on YouTube, and he was talking about that. He's like, these COVID tests are complete horseshit. He's like, you can guarantee that they're gonna test any virus and say it's COVID. And yeah, that's what ended up being true. A few months later, we found out. What do you know? His videos are banned from fucking social media. He's not allowed to talk about the fucking truth, right? God, this is really starting to get fucking annoying. I really gotta stop looking at the COVID news. Speaking of other COVID news. No, it was that tennis star, what is her name? Halep or Halep? She skipped the US Open because she believed the hysteria that she would die if she caught COVID. So she like ruined the best tournament her whole life and the peak of her career by not going, thinking that it was like bodies from space you were going to see everywhere around the world. Big giant piles of dead bodies. And then she went home to Europe instead. She caught it there and she said it was the most mild virus she's ever had. Recovered in a couple days, and now she has immunity for at least a year or two. So she can get back on with her normal life. Can you imagine she would have just competed in the US Open instead, right? I don't know how long people are going to keep buying into this fucking hysteria. I couldn't believe the nurse hysteria. They were saying that 2,000 nurses have died this year. It's a disaster from COVID. And that was globally. And I looked it up. Was it 5,000 nurses a year die in the US in 2018? So I was like, and they said nurse mortality was skyrocketing because a lot of the nurses are fat, overweight, and have diabetes. So they're in the high risk group and they're working in hospitals. So I was like, yeah, nothing against the nurses, but man, it's like firemen, you know what they do? They can't hire fat, overweight people because it's fucking dangerous work, right? So they hire people that are actually fit and healthy, and they make it a prerequisite. So I don't know, to like take away all of our rights and freedoms because the nurses are dying, because they've started to get like really high risk group people and hire them. It's like, man, that's fucked. And I always wondered that too. Every time you go into the hospital, it's like, why aren't they more strict with who they hire? I guess people won't do the jobs of nurses. They're already having a nurse shortage. That's probably what it is, but I don't know. Like, I would never do the nurse job either. I can't stand the sight of blood, so I'm really fucking happy that some people do that job, but alright, yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully the world gets herd immunity one day. I'm really praying that we don't keep stretching these fucking lockdowns and masks on much longer. Like, really, how long do we want to suffer from the virus for? Decades? Because we're worried about a fucking virus with a 99% recovery rate? Dear God, this is fucking mind-blowing. It's a whole prophecy of opposites. Every time I see it unfolding, it's just hard to fathom that people can buy into it. Like Canada, we're breaking all the world records for fucking cold weather. Coldest ever in recorded history. Yet we're doubling our fucking heating bills to make the pay tax to make the world colder. If that isn't a fucking opposite for you, I don't know what is. I'd just like to clarify, my views do not agree with that of the World Health Organization. No, I couldn't believe it. They were talking about hockey, how for the lockdowns, they're going to make hockey body check free, so you're not allowed any physical contact in hockey anymore. I'm like, what about football? What the fuck? They didn't make that non-contact. Stadium's full of people. But anyways, yeah, that hockey shit, I was like, man, leave it up to the fucking Karens to decide that, like, ruin our fucking sport even worse. And then what do you know, the first comment I read is a woman named Karen right below me saying, this will be good for hockey. You don't want anything dangerous in life. Hockey was way too dangerous. And I even put, I shouldn't have. Boy, you did your namesake right on that one. Oh, we got a print, a basic bearing print. Woohoo! That's basic. When you see any basic news on your print, that means you're basically fucked. You're going to take that print and throw in the trade terminal. Yeah, speaking of crafting questions, some people are messaging me with questions about crafting. This one guy got himself a mentor and his mentor ditched him. I gotta turn off the global. It's not like I'm actually going to win. So let's see, we got a crafting question. I'll answer it on the show. There it is. So, see if anyone agrees or disagrees with the advice I'm giving him. Maybe if he's watching the video, he can get more than one opinion. So that's what I like about free speech. You should be able to collect as many opinions as you want and make up your own fucking mind. God's sakes. But he says, if I keep leveling my skills, will I eventually be able to increase the condition without affecting the success rate as much? He's thinking like a 0-0 print, but level 30 or something. So I responded, yeah, like if you get the prints level up, then you can turn the bar higher into quantity, or what is it, condition, higher, and it'll still be green. Or if the print is a low level, it'll turn yellow faster. So that's what I put for that one. And this is interesting. People keep telling me that they're crafting those RKs. The RK0, the RK25. I didn't even know the RK0 existed. I thought it was 5 and 25. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've used it. Let's see, what am I carrying? Oh, I have an RK0. Okay, so that is right. I thought it went 5, 25. It's way off on that. On most things, probably. So he asks, he wants to find more of those prints. Does it matter what planet he crafts on? And how are you doing in the Halloween event? Oh, I forgot to answer that question. Alright, depends on where you're crafting, I put. Or no, what your crafting goals are. If you want to get skills the fastest, then you should come here to Monria to craft, because then you can pick up the skill reward after and cash in. But you definitely wouldn't want to be crafting arcades in that situation, because yeah, you'll get absolute garbage here for loot. So then the skill rewards for that will graduate really fast, blah blah blah. Because if you're doing the, the mentoring program and you want to finish it quick, here on Monria is probably the fastest way to do it. You do this run on full quantity and just do the daily mission. I don't know how many daily missions it takes, but I don't think it's many. And then you'll be able to complete your mentoring. So if anyone wants to post if they ever did their mentoring here and how many days it took, how many daily missions did you have to complete. I tried to do that experiment with one of my disciples, but he took my best print and all the money I gave him and then just left the game. Oh yeah, and he took a deed too. And then he quit the game. I was like, man, you could at least give me the items back. But no, he tried to explain that something happened with his internet or something, and he no longer had the bandwidth in order to keep updating the Entropia game, because they always have those giant patches. And if you only have 1 gig or something you can download a month, then you're definitely not going to be playing Entropia. Yeah, so I don't want to keep blaming him for that, sorry. So yeah, the skill rewards for that, blah blah blah. And then I told him, yeah, go to Rocktropia if you're looking to profit from loot, from crafting, because they'll give you shitloads of blueprints and ones with high markup that you can resell and make a profit. Yeah, so really when it comes to crafting, that's the thing. And I'll respond to him too. Halloween event went great. Now I think that's some weird glitch. Probably a glitch, because other people actually want it. Bonnie won it, and pretty much all the richest players in the game won it. I kind of should have expected that, right? Like, who's going to win the Halloween contest but the people that have the most money to buy the biggest costumes for the game? It's a pay-to-win game, right? So maybe there could have been like categories for like, I don't know, like cost for your Halloween costume. Like maybe have like a 100 ped cap. So if you've gone over 100 ped, you're in a certain category. And if you're under 100 ped, then you could be against other people in sort of your class. But oh well. I was kind of thinking it would have been really neat for all entrants to get some sort of a gift. Like, I don't know, a bottle of sweat even would have been better than nothing. But to each their own. It's an interesting event. I won't give total bad reviews about it. I liked it a lot. Just lots of room for improvement. And who doesn't have lots of room for improvement, right? Right, I asked a question in here earlier and then I got carried away and didn't see any response, so I'll check, see if I can find it. Oh, nothing on Rocktropia. Right, so we got news. We don't have to run and do the mission to each planet yet because apparently there's no rewards yet. I don't know if this is going to be a case where, I don't know, I remember when I first started playing Entropia, when there was a Halloween event item, like a gift, they gave it to you on Halloween. Like the day of Halloween, you would get the gift. If there was a Christmas gift, you would get it on the day of Christmas. If there was a New Year's Eve gift, they would give it to you on New Year's Eve. Or if there was an Easter event, then they would give you the item on Easter. But I don't know what changed, where all of a sudden the people in charge of Mindark no longer follow those type of schedules. So it could be like a week before Christmas you'll get it, or like a month after. It's very fucked up. Well, I guess in fairness, like Christmas is celebrated at different times of the year depending where you live. I know my Orthodox family celebrates it in January, so that could be the reasoning behind it, but I'm pretty sure Halloween is a universal date. And maybe they're just taking out the gifts. I don't know. They're phasing them out of the game, maybe. Or it could be my... All the guys in the office can't get their mind out of the gutter. Nah, sorry if Mai's watching or happens to hear clips of this. I'm just joking. Am I? Alright, so it's not too bad. I guess the only thing that makes me sad about the Halloween event, I was kind of hoping to hang out with Raven Jade a bit. But it seems like she's busy for Halloween. I asked her, I think it was a week or so ago, if she was going, and she said yes, so maybe she's already here and I just didn't run into her. I was trying to find out if I have her on my friends list, and I really don't even see her, or I can't remember what she was listed under. Maybe Raven. That's all I'll try. Maybe I'll use the player register and check. Yeah, I could have swore that I had her on my friends list. Yeah, I can hardly wait till the US election is over. Dear God, I'm hoping once that's over, then we won't have to deal with the virus anymore. Because then they'll be like, oh, by the way, there was no virus, we were just like fucking with you guys for the election. I don't know if anyone remembers when Trump won the election, how bad the US was fucked when that started to come around. They started to do the same thing where they're encouraging gang members to go around and shoot police officers. Remember how there was like police shot in the streets in broad daylight because same thing, we gotta blame all the police for all of our problems, we should go and start shooting them. Man, that was brutal. I can't believe the media ever got away with instigating that shit. And then they're doing it again this year. Wasn't there another police officer that was just shot? Man, they really need to increase the penalties. Public castration for anyone who fucks with the police. Like, I don't know, man, those police officers, they do more than anyone else does fucking to protect our lives, and to treat them like garbage, that's fucking shameful. Like, I get it that there's the occasional racist police officer, but you're looking at like 1 in millions. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. To just try to say some bullshit about it being systematic. Fucking the ultimate victimhood. I don't know, maybe some other countries are worse, but I'm just going from experience of Canadian cops. Most of our cops are all different races, so the idea that they would be racist to each other is like almost like you'd almost have to have like a fucking hole in your head. You'd have to be on more drugs than me to believe that. Or maybe the same amount. Yay, we got another print. Basic bearings. Wasn't that cool? I shouldn't complain. At least they're giving me prints now. Maybe they heard the bitching. Now, it's kind of making me sad. Raven was saying that she doesn't play Entropia too much anymore because she's busy with work, so that's probably what it is. It always makes me sad when people get a real life and leave Entropia. Nah, I should be happy for them. Yeah. Alright, no, I've been having a bit of a headache today because I stayed up till, what, 5 in the morning last night trimming the plants. Finally finished all my trimming. That was good. Yeah, actually, now I'm not even finished. I gotta shrink wrap a whole bunch of it tonight. Hopefully that goes better than the last batch did. It's fucking annoying. These other batches, I shrink wrap them. As soon as I do, the fucking stems poke holes in and they end up popping. So I'm like, God, if I can't even get them to seal, might as well just use baggies. Baggies will do the same if I can't even get it to airtight. Shouldn't say all of them pop, maybe like 2 or 3 out of like 10 bags, so it wasn't that bad of a ratio, but still. These fucking bags are kind of expensive, so I was hoping that they would be more durable. Now I got some good news from Amazon. What they were telling me is that first order of bags I did was stolen off the truck, but if they ever recover it, they'll not only give me the refund, but still deliver the package. So I'm hoping that maybe some way they find the lost package and it wasn't stolen and I'll still get it and I'll got the refund. That'd be nice. Because I've actually had pretty bad luck with ordering stuff online this year. I'd say about maybe $200 to $300 of the packages I ordered just never came and I never got refunds. It's alright, that's just my roommate going by. Alright, so let's see. Let's do the quick message from the sponsor. Today's Monterey crafting run was brought to you by Crack! Crack! It'll fuck you up. Woo! Alright, welcome back everyone. Alright, let's finish this crafting run. We're getting close to the end. Then what will I do? I don't know, maybe collect some sweat. I think I'm actually going to go back to Calypso. Because I know Calypso is the tried and true place to collect the Halloween gifts. So if I go there and there's no Halloween gift, then I'll know for sure that the other planets haven't gotten theirs yet. Yeah, and thanks to the organizers, Dark Moon and Enigma, I shouldn't be too critical of the Halloween costume. I kind of wish they just had some event stuff for like players that aren't into like blowing lots of money in the game. So maybe a little bit of a sweat circle organization would have been neat. Someone buying sweat, or not even buying sweat, just maybe offering healing services for a cool sweat team. I could have swore I seen something about sweat on their post about the big event. So I'll read that over again, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh yeah, and I'll read the updates. Now, some of these Entropia players are so lucky. They get all these friends that they play with. I miss Beamer, man. Oh well, I'll have to try to get over the loss. Can't be down in the dumps forever. Now I try to remember Beamer, if I had to guess, if it's possible, in heaven he'd be watching Entropia. He loved the game. I think out of all the players I met, he was the only one I knew that played more than I did. Man, back when I was a sweat trader, I used to play the game for like 20 hours a day sometimes. It was so addictive. I miss the sweat trade days. Yeah, it wasn't even just the money aspect. Well, that was a big portion of it. Oh, basic sheet metal. So I have been getting a lot of prints this run. Just really bad ones. Come on, limited prints. Yeah, really all I am is like one explosive projectile limited print or recycle print, and I'll be happy because I'll be like, alright, now I profited. Oh, shouldn't eat so much spaghetti. It's definitely not sitting in my stomach the greatest. Yeah, so it says there's teaming, healers, mining. You know what would have been cool too if they had like a dance or something. It'd be like best dance move prizes or best dance compilation prizes. Remember how when Bonnie did her auction we had a whole bunch of people synchronized dancing? Maybe that would have been cool to have. Like something to add to the event so it's not like just a money grab. I don't know, that's what I kind of hate about events. That's what I liked about the costume event. You didn't need any money to enter. That was pretty cool. But technically it was a money grab because if you wanted any prizes you had to spend like thousands of ped in order to make a really cool costume. I don't know if any of the winners actually profited or they maybe already had those clothes so it wasn't that big of a deal to just equip them. Right, so it says evil leprechauns, highest global on them gets a prize. Green leprechaun pet. How you win. Yeah, I don't even see crafting on here. Am I crafting for no reason? See, that's weird, eh? It says that second place wins 300 ped, and according to the event thing, I got second place. I didn't get no 300 ped. Oh, here's the picture. If anyone wants to see the picture, fuck, man. Yeah, let's go and check out the picture. I'll stop this nonsense. Absolute garbage crafting run. 2 days in a row. Whew, horrid. Alright, let's put them on. Alright, so here's what the winners of the costume contest look like. JJ, Bonnie, Edward, and Johansson. I don't know. It was kind of weird. If I was to pick the orders of the winners, well, now that I can see Bonnie closer up, her costume looks better. That was the one thing that was weird about the rules of the costume contest. As viewers watching the contest, we couldn't go near the ring because they wanted to take pictures, but then we really couldn't see the costumes. So it's like you're at the event hoping to look at these cool costumes, and I couldn't even see them. So I don't know, maybe if they wanted to pick a different location, sort of like Rocktropia, how they have that stage and the people could be like sitting all around the stage, so that someone walking the catwalk in Never Dies Club, you could still take pictures of them and that way all the audience could see them. So it wasn't really audience friendly event. And that's kind of what I was hoping, because unless you had thousands of ped to get a great costume, it was almost useless to even go. No prizes for the entry people or no runner-up prizes. Well, they did make a 4th place. That was nice. Yeah, so now that I got to see Bonnie's costume closer up, I'd say, if I had to pick, it would have been JJ first. Yeah, then Bonnie second. No offense to Yo, but I don't even think that looks like a Halloween costume. I'm kind of surprised that qualified. Like he's holding a candy cane. What does that have to do with Halloween? Isn't that Christmas? But and the virus mask. But anyways, I guess it's cool that they picked him. But I'm kind of surprised he got second. Like Edward, I thought his was a more better Halloween costume. But I know it's like beauty always lies in the eye of the beholder. So whoever won the event is pretty much just a matter of perspective, right? Eye of the beholder. No, but congratulations to all four of them. I don't think they could pick more deserving players because they're always helping out the community and such. Shut up! Excuse me. Whew. That was just my phone beeping. I have no idea what that noise is, and I'd really like it to go away. It's like I look at my phone when that noise occurs, nothing's changed. No phone messages, no text. It must be something to do with Facebook, which is odd because I don't even have it synced to Facebook anymore. I don't have my email synced to it, so I'm not getting any of those on my phone. Whatever the hell that beeping could be, I have no idea. Maybe it means there's another terrorist attack. We usually get more alerts. I get more alerts for terrorist attacks on my phone than I do phone calls. That's how I was kind of arguing with people. I'm like, man, I didn't buy this phone to get emergency alerts about terrorism. I bought this phone so I could get phone calls and text messages. And they do sell emergency alert radio systems. So if you want to find out about all the emergency alerts and terrorist attacks, you can buy one of those. They didn't have to merge it with phones. It's fucking annoying as hell. I know people are saying you can turn that setting off in your phone. Yeah, I turned it off, but it still comes on. It's like anything technology-wise. Does it ever work like it's supposed to? Very rarely. Now, I asked even my technically inclined friends if they turned off the emergency alerts, and they said, yep. And I said, you still get them? Yep, still do. So I don't know where they're getting this idea that you can just turn it off. Now I'm thinking maybe getting into politics next Sober October, and what I'll make my platform is anti-lockdown. I'll restore human rights, abolishing the fucking copyright and patent system, so that people can make whatever the fuck they want on YouTube, and Nintendo or whatever organization that likes to sue their fans can go fuck themselves. And yeah, I'd also make the copyright and patent laws so that anyone can share any sporting events they want on TV. So it's like if UFC's on, you can play it. If NBA game's on, you can stream it and do whatever the fuck you want. If these companies want to make money, they'll have to find better ways. Not be fucking taking advantage of our court system. Yeah, like I don't know how many laws we have on the books that favor billionaires over the general public. So that's what I was thinking. If I ever ran, I would change all the laws to favor the general public and not the fucking billionaires. It's not that I'd want to fuck over billionaires that bad, but really, there's like 2 or 3 of them in each country. So why are all the laws favoring them? We got outnumbered them millions to 1, right? Doesn't make any sense. You know, just for examples, like look at China's fucking laws, right? Like they abolished the copyright and patent law. They became one of the most dominant countries in the fucking world for trade. And you know how? Because they fucking got rid of those fucking monopoly laws. So I don't know. Like where we got these ideas from. I think it's the whole opposite thing, right? Like who would have thought communist China would have more freedoms than us in a matter of years? Didn't take long. Alright, only a few more successes to go. Yeah, here I was thinking there was a thing to this event for, what is it, crafting? But I really don't think I saw any on there. So the one thing that I like to spend money on in the game is not included in the Halloween event. It's a big letdown. Oh, fuck off, really? I hate it when I try to read a form and it asks me to sign in. It's like I've already signed in multiple times. If you didn't fucking remember it, I'm not even gonna bother reading the form. Yeah, there is no mission at all for crafting. It's the Halloween contest, the mining, and solo hunting, and team hunting. None of the stuff that I like to do. Well, it was nice, at least I got to meet some viewers at the Halloween event thing. That was my highlight of Halloween. I miss it when the highlight of Halloween was going to a giant rave or a costume party and seeing lots of smoking babes dressed in slutty costumes. God, I miss those days. I can't believe we ever let the government take away all of our freedoms. Oh well. It's part of the opposites, we just gotta embrace it. Like the creator Warren Shawanasawi. Just concern yourself with your tribe and following the creator's laws, and the creator's plan is going to plan out or pan out just the way it would either way. There's nothing any of us can really do about it. Kind of reminds me of the Lego movie, The Creator. Man, I love that Lego movie. It was like one of my favorite movies that I've seen in a while. So of all the Hollywood made movies, that's probably the last one I liked. Probably one of the last ones I seen too. You know, I was watching it because I was going to disc golf in my buddy's van, and he played it in his minivan's like movie system, so you could watch it wherever you're sitting in the van. That was pretty cool. At that point, I actually wanted to finish watching the movie instead of to go play disc golf. No, but we got to watch the end of it on the way back. Now, I'm not really too surprised that it didn't run into... Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I did run into more viewers than I thought at the Monterey event. Hopefully you guys weren't let down by it. I know it was kind of weird not being able to watch the costumes because you couldn't see them from outside of the ring. Well, maybe other people's computers work better and you're able to see it, but that was kind of fucked. Like, they really should have had a time where all the people stood for pictures, and then they got their official pictures, and then players were allowed to come in and pose with them or something. That would have been neat. Because then I would have jumped in and got a picture with everyone, made it the screenshot for the show, but it almost felt very exclusive. Like, either you were winning and you could be in the ring, or if you're POV and you're a loser, you had to go wait outside and not take part. Story of my life. Alright, that was horseshit. I wish I could go back in time. Does anyone remember the days when they used to have a broker there that was selling all the Monterey apartments? And you could buy them for dirt cheap. I should have just fucking stocked up all my pet and bought like 100 apartments. I'd be rich. Reminds me of when I should have bought Bitcoin. Yay! Got some levels up. Or no, I didn't. I guess it goes green like that even if you don't get a level up. I don't know, why does it keep showing 2? Is there something that's new here? I've already looked at those. Oh well, can't get too down in the dumps. Maybe I'll get some luck in my Entropia stuff where blueprints will sell on Calypso. Guess I'll be getting the heck out of here. There's nothing to do on Monria. Maybe I could do some exploring. It was kind of neat that I found that new teleporter. That was the coolest part maybe for the event for me. The costume contest was getting that new teleporter. That was kind of cool. More killing missions. It's like a real shame. I wish there was more missions of stuff that I could do. Probably is. I just gotta look more into it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'll check on Entropia and see what is it? Monria Wiki. Or no, Entropia Wiki Monria missions. No, that's not what I want. Open the Entropia Wiki. Picky. Yeah, I'm pretty picky, I guess, right? Let's check. Alright, let's pick Monria. Where is it? It's not even on this list. Planets: Calypso, Rocktropia, Nextile, and Arcadia, Cyrene, Tulan, and E. No sign of Monria. Right, scratch that idea. I was gonna check Monria and then, oh, here it is. Now these are official sites. Yeah, this is kind of neat. Here's some cool stuff I should show, if anyone hasn't noticed before. If you go to the useful links section, it lists all the official sites, all the different forums, and then all this stuff, tutorials, wikis, tools. Do they have Bob the Builder? Geez, that's the most crucial one and they don't have it listed there. Maybe it's somewhere else? No? See, if I was in charge of Entropia, like Mindark, I would have one official forum for the game that was actually accessible in the game. So you didn't have to leave the game in order to read all the forums. Sort of how, like, what is it called? Second Life has all those terminals that you could have throughout the game. And each of them, like, you can read in your apartments and stuff. You don't have to leave the game to do it. That'd be cool. So then that would eliminate the need of all these forums. And then players could just find it in the game. Wouldn't that be a novel concept? Same thing with these official sites. Because I notice when you go onto a lot of these official sites, like especially the Facebook ones, man, they're ghost towns, right? You're lucky if you get 5 or 10 people that are commenting. Like, fuck, even my Ancient Mystery research gets more fucking traffic than the Entropia Facebook pages. Maybe there's better ones and I'm not finding them. Yeah, and that too. I would have the Facebook ones listed. Oh, Atlas, there are different radios still going, eh? I was wondering if any of the radio programs were. You never really hear about them. Isn't this weird? They list PedFlow but not Entropia Partners. When Entropia Partners is actually linked to the game officially. And I don't think PedFlow is. I've never seen ads for PedFlow. Yeah, not to make fun of all the stuff in the game, but boy, there's a lot of places for improvement. Alright, well, let's wrap up the game. That was all for tonight. I was hoping I was going to get some excitement going from planet to planet collecting Halloween gifts. It would have been like trick-or-treating, but sadly, Mindark didn't give out any of the gifts on Halloween. Why am I not surprised? I don't know if it has something to do with that blonde hair guy being in charge of the company and running it into the ground, but sure, it makes me wonder. Yeah, I miss the days when Neverdad was more active in the game. As much as I was complaining about a lot of the stuff he did, at least it gave me something to do. Right, so I hope everyone else has good luck with the hunting and the mining missions on Monria. May the best player or the one who spends the most money win. Alright, take care. Whoops, wrong screen again. When will I get used to this? Yeah, if you want to help out the show, you can do it with the Patreon link. Society 6, Hideout, Swagbucks, GameKit, free Bitcoin. And did I do the free Bitcoin spin? Let me check. If I had to guess, no. Yeah, forgot again. It's really annoying because I always have to change scenes, but oh well. Maybe one day I'll learn. Maybe. Alright, so we're at 131, 437. Let's roll. Boom, 131, 451. Yeah, that was really the biggest highlight of my entire Monria experience, was when running into that guy and he gave me the bonus. That covered all my losses for the, what is it, the Calypso auction disaster. Yeah, so thanks, man. It's like you really helped brighten my whole Halloween. If it wasn't for that, it might have been way worse than the dumps. Right, and not only the free Bitcoin, but I also got the links to the virtual made sex machine. The one that's for men only and adults, but if ladies need a sex machine, they know who to call. And yeah, just to give you another heads up, it almost seems like the virtual mate isn't coming. Like, they told me that there was a shipping address, a label, told me I could track it and everything. And according to the post office, they made the label and shipping thing, but didn't actually ship anything. So I don't know, I'm hoping it's just a lockdown backup or something, but every time I log online and to YouTube, I'm hearing all these people complaining that either they like it or no, almost everyone's saying they got theirs, they either liked it or didn't, but hardly anyone's posting that they didn't get theirs. So maybe it's a country thing and just getting blocked to Canada or something, but I don't know. Yeah, hopefully that'll work out eventually. Yeah, just hit the show info button or more info button. The show more button. And then I got the link to my website too, which I didn't actually put the link on the list, so I'll have to do that today. Alright, take care everyone, and tomorrow I'm going to be working on that new hash funnel vaporizer attachment for doing hot knives. I'm going to make that video, I think, as the last day of Sober October for me. Seeing that today isn't the last day because I forgot what month it was. I was so high. Alright, take care everyone. If you happen to get any of your Monria rewards into the vaporizer and they taste like shit, then give the show a dislike. But if it doesn't happen, you can help with a like. I really appreciate it. Just make sure, never buy the products from my sponsor, because they will ruin your life. And don't worry, I don't actually do crack. Tried it once and hated it. Well, I liked it and realized I should never do it again. Alright, see ya later. Now, when you're 14, you make dumb mistakes, right? Alright, take care everyone. See ya. Here's 3 things. Bye for now.